So the Jamie Foxx situation just took a crazy turn because it looks like this whole mess is tied to a secret gay club Jamie used to run in the 90s. Jamie and his gay club just got exposed in the messiest way possible, and it looks like we finally have a motive as to why someone allegedly tried to off Jamie if that's the case. So why did Jamie even start this club to begin with? And did the celebrity members of this club try to take Jamie out to protect their reputations? Honestly, there are so many angles to this whole Jamie Foxx situation, from conflicting reports to conspiracy theories to celebs paying him tribute, that it's kind of hard to keep track of who is telling the truth and who the guilty party is. So for a recap, Jamie had a sudden health crisis and was rushed to the hospital. His daughter Corinne made an announcement on behalf of the family, and we thought that was that. But then some news sites started to claim that Jamie's family was preparing for the worst, and they made it sound like the man was already knocking on heaven's door. Nia Long also tweeted, "My heart is heavy this morning, praying for our brother Jamie Foxx. My love and prayers run deep for you and your loved ones. Hashtag pray for Jamie Foxx." Well, Corinne came out again with yet another update saying, "Update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild. My dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball yesterday. Thanks for everyone's prayers and support. We have an exciting work announcement coming next week too." But nobody was really buying this because the family had waited too long to give an official update. People felt like the family was lying or trying to cover up the truth, and there were a whole lot of conspiracy theories flying around. I mean, there are people who genuinely believe that Jamie has been cloned, and if that's not crazy, I don't know what is. But somehow, this story gets even crazier because a very wild secret just got exposed about Jamie. I don't know about y'all, but Jamie Foxx getting exposed for being on the DL was not on my bingo card for 2023, yet here we are. But that's not the most interesting part of this drama, because the most interesting part is that Diddy was also allegedly a part of Jamie's gay club. Why is it that every time we talk about a man in Hollywood being on the DL, Diddy is always somehow tied to it? Anyway, we'll get to Diddy's part later. Now, a woman who claims to know Jamie Foxx personally recently made a TikTok video where she exposed Jamie's super secret gay club that goes way back to the 90s. Yeah, it's been going on for that long. Anyway, the woman, who goes by the username Crystal Alana 90, started off by saying she valued her own life.
Also, I value my own life. I'm so serious when I say that. I value my own life. Okay, because Diddy likes to do it.
That's how I knew she was going to be spilling some really hot and messy tea, because the tea ain't hot if you're not fearing for your life. She also mentioned Diddy and how he liked to do it, and I need y'all to keep this in mind because we're going to circle back to it in a little bit. Okay, so she then claimed that Jamie not only used to be a big HOE back in the 90s, but he was also bisexual.
So back in the 90s, my mom nicknamed Jamie Foxx. Like, if you take the O out of his name and replace it with a U, that's what she used to call him. But to his face, it's like a haha joke because he used to bang so many guys and girls in Hollywood.
Now, this is new stuff because I don't think I've ever heard rumors of Jamie being bi or being on the DL. This is the first time I'm hearing about it, and I have to admit that it's pretty impressive that he managed to keep it secret for so long. But that's not even the juiciest part of the story, because her next revelation is shocking.
And he used to have these things called butt naked basketball games, okay? He would invite over a lot of like Hollywood's elite to his house for a basketball game, but it was men only. And they would be like, "Oh, we're just gonna get naked and play basketball." It's like, "Oh, haha, let's get naked and play basketball together," which is weird. And this happened in the 90s.
Playing basketball while shirtless is one thing, but playing without any clothes at all is just sus. I think it's pretty obvious that they were playing a lot more than just basketball. It sounds like a front for something else, you know, adult activities of a certain nature. The interesting thing about this is that one of Diddy's former bodyguards has exposed him for attending gay parties kind of similar to this.
You told me before that she was at a party before that they attended, and you said the party was weird. Tell me about that.
I guess that's what Tupac was talking about, the Illuminati and shit. It's like Vivica Fox was with this big gay man. He was 6'9". They called him, his name 6'9". He had the red hair with big old booty and shit. Nobody was gay no more. What the f is going on here? It's just a lot of weird dude, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm adding 2 and 2 together, and it's kind of giving me 4, but my good sis still had a lot more tea to spill.
A lot of your like favorite celebrities were there, including someone who may or may not been married to someone who was drinking that lemonade. If you want to know like who was probably at these games, just look at like who P. Diddy and Jamie Foxx have been hanging around. for years, especially the super successful ones. Usher was definitely there.
Is it just me, or is it starting to feel like Diddy is always somehow connected to wild gay parties in Hollywood? Also, I find it interesting that she name dropped Usher because people have been suspecting that something sinister went down between him and Diddy when Usher was still a minor. For those who don't know, Usher got into the industry at a very young age, and when he was 13, he was sent by a music executive named L.A. Reid to live with Diddy so that Diddy could mentor him and show him the ropes of the music industry. But people have always speculated that Diddy did more than mentor Usher because he did some questionable things to him, if y'all catch my drift. I'm not saying Diddy did those things, I'm just letting y'all know what the streets have been saying. But anyways, even if Diddy didn't do anything with Usher, we know he exposed Usher to a lot of things that a minor shouldn't have been exposed to, and this isn't fan speculation because Usher himself has admitted it.
We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So yeah, with what Usher said, I don't think it's crazy to believe that Diddy took him to naked basketball games at Jamie Foxx's place. Anyway, back to the tea. She then shared a screenshot of text between her and a friend where she said, "Bro, I bet that's why Jamie is in the hospital. Diddy been off him then for so long." For those who don't know what she's referring to, a video recently went viral where Jamie exposed Diddy's wild parties and what went down at the parties.
I would show up to the party in my little town car. It's town, I grabbed a town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and Bentleys, the whole night. He get out. I get out too with a camera. The big Canon, like, yo, Puff, I should document this, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? What you talking about? I said, I should get this, man. You ain't fine with the whole night. He says, yeah, let him through. Excuse me. So I get this. But at that time, it wasn't like the little camera y'all got in. It was the big intrusive Canon. I had a battery pack. Hold on, man. Let me change the pack. Put my light on here. Do that again, Puff. Do that again. I missed that one. Do that again. Put the pack. So I started following him. So I followed her the whole time. I remember watching Puff at the Beverly Hills Hotel, filming this.
Well, Jamie had his health crisis not long after the video went viral, and people have been spreading theories that Diddy is behind it all. That's why the woman spilling the tea started by saying that she values her own life. But hey, I gotta respect people who are willing to risk their lives just to spill tea for us. Y'all the real ones. Okay, so back to the topic. When Jamie got hospitalized, people thought that Diddy was behind it because, well, we know how he reacts whenever people try to expose him for being on a DL. Like the time when he tried to come for Wendy Williams' bag in the 90s.
There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such.
Hollywood can be a really messed up place sometimes, and when we hear stories like this, it just reminds us of how weird and creepy it can be. Someone commented, if you are from or live in LA and really be in the scene, then you've been to or heard about Jamie's parties and Tyrese's parties. LOL, what she is saying is facts. Come to LA and be a part of the scene and you'll see and hear some wild stuff. Stop putting stuff past people just because you wouldn't do it. LA is a different place with a lot of influence. There were other comments saying stuff like, anything in Hollyweird is possible. Nothing surprises me anymore. And those Hollywood naked basketball games is a rumor that has been around for years. She fears for her life, but went live to talk about it. Girl. But do you think she's telling the truth or do you think she's capping? Also, do you think Diddy has something to do with Jamie's condition? Let me know what your thoughts are and then check out this next video.